Like this. Oh man. What's up and welcome to the Miseducation of Music. You are here with J-Treb as always, but today I got a special guest in the building with me, man. And it's crazy that this is the first time we've met, man. I got Xion in the building.
I've been trying to get on this show
and this
for
is the
so
first time
long.
Man, you want to know what's crazier for everybody who's watching at home? If you've been a long-term fan, you've had a track on like every season of the show, like as an outro
and I've been
song.
waiting for him to hit me up.
I'm gonna be honest, I feel bad. I was like, damn, how have I not hit you up before? Because I mean, especially with just like all the music you've dropped, and we're gonna dive into the music because that's where I want to start at, man. Because you have so much of it, you got so much on the way right now, and it's like, how could we have possibly had our paths almost intersect on so many occasions?
I have a habit of starting momentum and not finishing it.
Oh, I feel that energy.
Like, I swear to God, I keep on dropping music and then like disappearing off the face of the earth. So that's probably why. That's probably what happened.
Because I mean, like the first time, and I love to tell people the first time that like I was exposed to your music, it was the Roots track. Because Kiko came into my studio,
right.
He had to record his verse for it, and I was just like, "Yo, this is beautiful."
Shout
and then
out to Kiko.
Bloom project.
Shout out to Kiko and James.
Yeah, James is man. Oh, come on, bro. We gotta talk. That's another person who I haven't met. Where it's just like, how have I not met you?
You gonna want him out. If you meet him, you gonna want him up out of here.
Bro. Man, but it's like, gee, it's so crazy. It's so dope. All this music you've dropped. Let's just start it right off with Ashes, man. That's the new one, bro.
Yeah, man.
What's the thought behind it? What's the process? How did it come together, man?
So, I'm from the south suburbs.
Shout out.
So, like, you know, everybody don't like talking about it, but you know, I'm from the south suburbs.
It's like, it ain't the city, but you know.
Really like enjoying just like the fact that everybody has had to kind of make an attempt really, really hard to find out why people should care about them. Because we're not in the city. If you're gonna be good and you're gonna make music and stuff like that, you have to find a way to do it.
It's like, I feel that too. There's a whole bunch of, I don't know, the suburbs are actually where it seems like everybody makes it from.
No, I don't know.
Kanye is fake from the burbs. Kanye is fake from the little suburb area.
But look, you say he's fake from the burbs?
Yeah, because he did
He's
go to
fake from everywhere though.
You got a point.
Wasn't he
there,
born
too.
like in a different state?
He was.
Yeah, wasn't he born from like New York or some shit?
I thought it was somewhere south. man, maybe we just don't know enough info about that man.
Right, that nigga don't
we
tell
claim him hard as
but
shit.
He claimed the city hard too.
Damn.
But no, with Ashes, it was just kind of like I just started really reaching out to a lot of people who was like, man, I have so many resources and people who are so good right here. So it was like I hit my friend G Flea up and I was like, why ain't we had a song yet? Like, he's doing his thing. He hard as fuck. Like everything. I'd be like, dude, you sound like G Herbo and shit.
Bro, I was like, how you get on this track and it was so Chicago. That's first off. Even if maybe it's South Suburb Chicago. Maybe I should title it that because that's where it's from.
We go chill out on South Suburb for a little bit.
No, man, it's cool though because like the song was it was so Chicago. It was so dope. From instant on play, I was like, oh, I like this. I know I do.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I really do. But no, shout out to G Flea. I made the song and literally said, like, hey, if I started this song, I don't even want to do the first fucking verse. If you want to be on this, I will finish it. Cause
what made you give up the first verse? That's interesting. I don't like I feel like every time I hear features, at least from artists that I seem to know, I never see them let the other person go first.
So like realistically, this is the first project I've ever made where people hit me up and say, yo, this is a great project, but everybody killed you on it. And it's like, I didn't get killed on Look. What's true
how did you get killed on it if you put it out though?
But that's what I'm saying. I come up with these songs that say I'm gonna make a song that is so tailored towards this person that they get to shine and make the music the way they want to do it. When I made the song, I literally ended my first little part with G Flea added up. Because if this nigga didn't hear it and say, I want to be on it, then the song wasn't coming out.
Damn, so that's how meticulous you are with these features, bro?
Not always.
Not always, but I mean, like, gee, you did it right there. Like, so it's almost like it was that tailored, it was that perfect, and I feel like that you could feel the synergy in the music there. Because it's one of those things where it's like, you could tell when somebody's really flowing into a track and when you really sitting in that joint. And it seemed like everybody was comfortable. And I mean, look, I don't think you got bodied. I mean, like, I don't think you're getting
Oh
bodied
no,
on
me
these
neither.
tracks.
But you know, I gotta appease
Because I mean,
it
you've had
sometimes.
other. There's been other jobs too. We had Lane Switch. That was one of the outros that we did over here on the show.
Oh yeah.
That shit was great. Like, bro, I don't know. Like, there's just all of these tracks, man, and then the 2-pack as well. And then you also had Back on Me or Back to Me.
Back on me. Yeah.
Back on Me. Yeah, man. Come on. Like, I'm confused.
Oh, no,
Whoever was saying
I'm not at all
he was getting
saying I'm
bodied,
trash.
somebody
I
else
never
was
come
saying.
up on your podcast
No,
and disrespect myself like
I'm just
that.
saying, no, whoever said that to you, bro, you gotta talk to me. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I listen to these tracks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So realistically, I just kind of decided after a certain point that I'm not forcing features no more.
Okay.
I want features. I be wanting to get hit up by people all the time who be
I've
like,
seen people
"You
moving
probably
away from
don't
the
want
features recently.
I don't care. My whole thing, I'm gonna make my music by myself anyway. I have so much unreleased music right now, and I have so much music that I want to make. I just be wanting people to hit me up and ask me about them. But if I'm doing a feature, it's because I literally had an idea that said it won't work unless this person is here on it. So every feature on this project, Dust to Dust, is coming out February 22nd, 2022.
Oh, man. 2022. Come on, man. You gonna drop
every
before
single
Ye.
track that's coming out on there, every feature is just because I genuinely really like the sound of the person who is on it, and just like, hey, do it your way, and I'm gonna find myself on it because that's
a really dope aspect to look at a project from. Because I'm gonna ask you some questions about this Dust to Dust because it's really cool how, first of all, I think dropping on 2/20, like it's cool as fuck.
Oh,
There's so many people doing it, but I really just like that date.
They all stole my date. I said
I
announced mine before Dirk. I announced mine before Kanye.
Stop, man.
But honestly,
they was all on you like that, man.
But no, Dust to Dust was supposed to come out and Lane Switch was supposed to be on Dust to Dust.
Okay.
It was supposed to come out.
Did we get that because we didn't get Dust to Dust then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So realistically, Lane Switch was supposed to be a part of a project that I started and plotted to finish on in August because I don't like going a year without dropping music, but I ended up not dropping anything since 2020. So I was like, I want to drop it around the same time as 8820 dropped. And I was thinking I want to drop this as a single. So I'm gonna let this breathe for a while and really, really get my shit together. And then by the time Dust to Dust was actually finished, I was like, oh, this shit don't have nothing to do with it anymore. So
damn, we get the Lucy's that ain't got nothing to do with the now aspect of the project.
Right. And
that's what's up. That's a good way to reuse the music too, because I mean you still got it out there.
Yeah.
And that's another feature where it's like, man, damn, that's a good flow.
Yeah.
And I can see you hopping into these different lanes, especially because of what we did get released from you. I felt like almost it's a contrast that's crazy. Like listening to and I cannot pronounce the name of that song. You're about to drop
half
the video.
of them. Beaujolais?
Thank you.
There you go.
One more time for me.
Beaujolais.
Beaujolais. Got it, man.
Sir.
I fucking love that song and I can't say that word.
Thank you so much.
I can't say that word.
I didn't know how to spell it. I had to figure that shit out.
You just knew, how the fuck did you know how to say it? But never mind, man.
Yeah, I'll say that's a whole different conversation.
But man, so that song, I feel like, and just to talk about the contrast, I feel like that's way different than the feature with G Fleet. You know what I'm saying? So it's awesome that we kind of got both of those sets of tracks.
Yeah.
And I do want to ask, which way is the Dust to Dust leading toward? Or is it something different entirely? What's the vibe?
I don't know. No, Jack. Every one of those songs are on Dust to Dust.
Okay.
So that's the interesting thing about it is I like to be shapeless. I like my music to not, I don't like calling myself a rapper because I've had full projects where I couldn't fucking rap.
You did a cover of "Loving Is Easy" on one of those.
Yeah, so
I listened to it way more than the original. I love that one.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
It's like that's so not in the same vein as some of these other ones, or 47th Street on the 22 was that 2020 project? Yeah, man, because that was one of my favorites on there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, the way that I feel about it is, I didn't listen to one style of music when I started making music. I didn't listen to it growing up. I didn't really I wasn't so deeply into rap when I started making music, and I wasn't so deeply into R&B or anything. So my thing is anything I like in the moment is worth making. It's worth trying out and worth figuring out. Okay,
so with that mentality toward music, how do you put together a project? How do you put together an album? You said shapeless.
Yeah.
So I get that aspect of it, but how do you create this form at least for it to get released, or for you to say that that's ready to go.
Yeah, I make my music in transitional periods of time. Like I honestly can't write all year. Like I mean, I go to school and there's a lot of different things that I do that mean that sometimes my focus isn't where it needs to be. But there's always times where it's like I catch myself and just say, "Oh shit, I think I'm making a project right now."
It's like, damn, man.
Like, I made 3 songs.
These last 3 songs, they all make sense.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting because it'll just be like, oh wait, I'm feeling a wave of it right now. Like I wrote 2 songs and now I'm just here, and that'll kind of start the project, and it'll mean that everything that's happening, I never write anything outside of like the same 3-month span. So usually it's like, if I finished a project, it's because all of it was coming from the same place.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so the album is gonna take the form of the period you're in.
Yeah.
That's what's up,
Always,
man. That's really cool. That's a really interesting way to look at music. Now, you talked about how the music you listened to growing up was everything, apparently.
Literally everything.
Because I mean, gee, with how many influences you have in your music, I got to know what was in the headphones growing up. Like, what even made you think you could do this?
There was no headphones growing up. Not
Okay.
even on no broke stuff. I mean, there was no headphones growing up. Really, we didn't listen to the radio a lot. My dad liked jazz, and my mom liked show tunes and like just random shit. So it was interesting because like there was no interest. My mom don't even like my dad's music that much. They just both like Stevie Wonder. Like,
hey, well, Stevie wanted to bring everybody together. Hey, my parents' wedding song is a Stevie track, G. Hey, Stevie, bring everybody together.
So realistically, like everybody kind of found their own thing. My big brother really liked Lil Wayne and shit like that when he was coming up. And then my older sister got me into rap, and she didn't like rap like that. Her whole thing, everything she was inspired by was like Panic at the Disco and the Gorillas and shit. Bro. And I was like, oh, the Gorillas are my favorite. That's my biggest fucking influence.
Panic at the Disco and Gorillas, bro.
Yeah.
That first Panic album, Fever You Can't Sweat Out, is like this holy grail of an album.
That's the problem. I don't even know. When you say the album names, I get clown, bro, because I like everything.
You just know the music.
Yeah, like I was wearing a Pink Floyd shirt and I went to LA, bro, and people were sitting there like, bro, name a Pink Floyd song. I was like, if it come on, I can sing it.
Bro, I know every word. I know every word.
Right.
Let me sing a chorus real quick and I can guess if it was.
Like, I don't even know if it's Pink Floyd until it come on.
You got to tell me that it is. I just liked it. Hey, that's a dope way to appreciate music when you got literally like Pink Floyd and everything coming out of one room and Miles Davis in another.
Right, yeah.
Dream Girls flowing out with the show tune. Right. Man, you got everything sliding in the crib.
Yeah, so anything kind of went. Like my influences in music was the things that like made me say, I wish I was on that. Like it was stuff like,
man, I wish give me a verse.
Yeah, when Earl came out with Chum, I was literally in my cousin's basement and I was just like, I ain't gonna tell nobody. But I wrote that night. I'm writing right now. This shit different.
Man, I'm trying to. Man, like that has to just be such a moment where you hear a piece of art and you're like, I gotta be a part of it.
Yeah. That's definitely how it felt. I think there's like a bunch of different people who I can point to that made me say, okay, this like I just want to be on making music, and then things happen. Like things just happen that'll just be like, oh. Like you meet this person or this person makes music, and then you just start finding out like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm supposed to be doing some shit right now.
Yeah.
That's
so I know
awesome.
like the biggest things were me being introduced to like Kareem and us coming out with this collective Rapture and stuff like that. That was a big deal. And then also like Hurt Everybody, I got introduced to them. And everything, I started going to super shows and started meeting people.
Oh yeah, okay.
Stuff.
So when did you say I'm gonna be a rapper? Like in between, was it in between these time periods? Was it
A$AP Rocky dropped Long Live
A$AP.
Yeah, I think
that's the one with fucking Problem on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And is LSD on that one?
No,
LSD is no, that's another one.
I think it was just a perfect time for me to be like. It was a perfect time where I was just such a music junkie that I was, and I
remember that A$AP tape. I remember that one.
It was like A$AP, and then like Chance the Rapper came out, and like fucking I learned about Hurt Everybody and stuff. I was like,
that's like 2012, 2013. It was something in the water.
12 to 14 type shit. I was like, I want to do. I just want to try my hand at it. When my sister started actually rapping, I was like, damn. I'm going with you. Like
that's dope, man. I always wish that I had like, one of them people where it was like, yo, I just saw somebody rapping in my family. Feel like I'm the first one to try some shit. At least try some shit over here,
Yeah.
But like, damn, bro. So your sister was rapping.
Yeah. Shout out Free to Cash Flow.
That's your sister?
Yeah, that's my older sister. Yeah.
Nigga,
Ain't that,
what?
you know what's funny about that? We was like, let's not tell nobody and just see what happens because when nobody expected.
That's your sister?
Yeah, that's my older sister, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wild. Shout out Free to Cash Flow.
Yeah.
That's insane. Okay. Man, you stumped me on the whole you did.
She's on the project too.
Man,
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Shit, bro. Like, sis, give me a verse.
Yeah,
Like, what is this?
No, I've been hunting her down because she should take her time. Like I ain't
You
had her
gotta
on the
stay in there
project
for
in
the whole
about
time?
4 years, man. I really haven't.
Hey, okay, so your sister, Free to Cash Flow. God damn, man. Like, this is really cool. But, like, your sister was rapping, and you were just like, shit, I could do it too? Or, like, what gave you the confidence, I guess? Like, because, you know, picking up the microphone is way different than how you said you went, I ain't going to tell nobody, but I'm going to write that verse.
Yeah.
Picking up that microphone, you kind of got to get over it right there. You got to go, somebody going to hit this shit.
They were gonna go without me because I wasn't in the age group. You know, I'm 2 years old younger than everybody who I'm friends with and stuff like that, like Kiko and all of them. You know, my sister's boyfriend at the time was Raquel, Nelly J now his name is, and then Frida was like, I want to start a group. She hit up Kareem and was like, I need you to do the mixing and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there like, y'all ain't never finna get this idea together and just start moving just because y'all.
It's like, y'all gonna do this in front of my face?
Right. So I
y'all
had
gonna
to
do this
perform and audition.
Like, hold up.
I really
I'm gonna
did.
write these verses.
No, I really had to audition. No, I didn't have to. But they was spitting bars, and I'm just sitting there like,
and you was like,
I don't even know how to tell them.
So
I don't
did
even
you
know how
just
to tell
start
them
rapping?
that I rap. And I just started rapping, and it was like, oh, well, cool, you in.
Damn,
And I was like,
do you remember like what type of beat it was or what was happening in the room?
Wasn't even no beat. I was in there doing it all fucking. I wrote some trash shit a long ass time ago.
It worked. Hey man, it worked.
It got me in, but yeah, it was like after that, I was like, I don't want to stop. So I just started making so much music.
That is possibly one of the coolest stories. Like, I started making a group, and it was, you can't run away. You don't know. I'm coming too. Like, man. Right. And you just kicked the whole acapella, got into the group right there. Yeah. Okay, now let's fast forward to you getting, I guess, into the more artist side of things as the world starts moving. Because what year is it that you're starting out there with the group?
2014.
Okay, 2014. Yeah, so like I was introduced to you around this 2016 time where you were not in a group at all. I think it was 2016, 2017-ish.
It's probably 2018.
It was around there.
I changed my name in 2018.
2018 is the thing. Then it's that year.
Yeah,
okay, cool. Now, what led to all of that? What led to that, or was it like the group wasn't a thing anymore? Or
well, you had Kareem on. It seems like everybody kind of was just like the whole group thing don't make sense if we don't move together really, and we don't really. It wasn't like a thing, but it was just like who cares about this being a group? So we just kind of all went our separate ways, and everybody just started figuring it out on their own. And I was just like, I don't want this name no more. I want to change my name because all this music is old. So you gonna find it, you know.
What was your original name?
I used to be a Mod Jamrock, so I was on Rapture. I was Mod Jamrock. I have like 1,000 songs out with that name.
Holy shit!
And I hated being in high school, right? And being a rapper in high school, and then growing up and being like, I want to do this different now, and I want to start over, kind of. So I kind of got that opportunity to just.
This was like the reinvention.
Yeah,
it was like now we just gonna come
it.
out here and we gonna be a whole different. You, I guess.
Yeah. So it was like a lot of freedom in just saying, like, I don't care about that anymore, and I'm willing to just start completely from scratch. Mm-hmm. So I just did, and it's just been a lot of fun since then. Yeah,
that's what's up. So, 2018, what's the recording process looking like? Where were you recording at? What was the vibe?
To this day, I have only ever recorded one time outside of my house, like.
Always at the crib?
Always at the crib. I have I had a shitty computer that was like a house computer that I used to pick up and leave the house with, dude.
Nah, you ain't,
so if I was recording
the tower with
I was bringing the desktop with me, G. I was leaving the house
grab my monitor real quick, bro.
Everything, dude. It was two people right behind each other holding it. So anytime I wanted to record, I had to figure out either I'm going to go somewhere where somebody has a mic or they know how to mix, I'm gonna learn this shit by myself. So I had a little blue, and I was just doing my own shit by myself for a long time, and then it just like became like this is my comfort. I like making music like this. So
okay,
I recorded one time at a studio, and they fucked my stuff up. I don't want to say the name of the studio, but
Oh,
I do.
don't, man. Don't say it. Don't say it if you don't want to. If it was mad disrespectful, then say it. But
it was, man. But I don't want to do them like that. It was because the dude was nice, you know.
Okay, at least it was a good person.
Yeah,
but see, that's got to be the difficulty. If you go from being this person who been lugging their whole CPU off the desk.
Yeah,
man, you can't fuck up my music, bro.
You also like, I'm not used to telling nobody what I want.
Yeah,
because
you don't
I'm
even
used
know
to
the
doing
words
shit
for
by
shit.
myself.
You like, bro,
yeah.
I just click that shit twice and then drag that up.
I'm not even trained as an engineer. I engineer all my own music. I am not trained as an engineer. I know what the fuck I want to hear, so I just do it.
It's like I just click to my ears.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And also, a lot of people don't realize until they like get to the studio paid time where it's like, yo, you gotta have that written when you get there. Like, time is money in the studio, for real, for real.
Yeah,
even if they messing up your mix, you paying for the time that they mess up your mix.
And it would be so awkward for them to see my process. Like, you know, like it's people I don't know at all. And
it's like I can't do what I'm supposed to do here.
Yeah. So it'll just be different. Like I think it would mess me up, honestly.
Okay.
But I need to learn. I need to learn to work with other people, I'm sure. So
So what's the process now? I'm sure we ain't on the blue microphone no more. Maybe we are. Are we still on the blue?
I'm rocking that. I got an Avantone, man. I'm
going
stop.
Hard now. Okay. This nigga said I do got a studio at the crib now. We switched from USB to XLR. It's game over.
Yeah,
you know?
I ain't going back. But
I was doing some
engineering for other people and like just mixing a lot of other people's music. And I was like, man, I need to step my production stuff up. So my process now is kind of just like however it comes. Usually I make music when I don't want to.
Oh, so what? I need an explanation of making music when you don't want to.
So like, okay, you ever like been driving and was like I gotta go to YouTube and play that beat real quick.
And you just gotta pull over. It's like, bro, that's like I gotta do this.
I gotta go in my files and pull up that beat right now because I got something right now. It's times where I be driving 100 miles per hour, writing in my damn notes because I know when I get home I'm recording the shit. So it's like I gotta do it right now or I'm gonna lose it.
It's almost just like if I don't do it right now,
it's not gonna happen. So that's I feel like that's what my process is. It's like anytime it's like, no, don't come right now. I get an idea.
So it's like, so you don't even almost like get a chance to set up a vibe for yourself to get into. It's like whatever you're in, it can hit anywhere.
Yeah, that's more of the recording process. Is like, you know, I gotta drink some tea and I gotta
a little instant vibe
like that. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
what's the vibe for the recording of a song then? So what's like when you do get to set your ambiance together? What's that vibe like?
Most of my songs are half written. And then when I get in the studio, a lot of times it's like I have some type of running idea, like this in the background or this. You know, if you ever, I'm sure you know, like a lot of my songs have weird noises and stuff in the background.
Bro, everywhere, man.
Yeah, so
that's what's up. That's what's up. So we're talking about the creative process. We had the camera cut off right there, but we're talking about the creative process when you do get to sit down and get that record going together. You got that half together idea in your head. You said you might have a little cup of tea with you for the vibes. What kind of tea you got?
Anything with mint. Anything
mint? Really?
I like stuff with.
I'm sorry, my face definitely gave it away. I don't fuck with people who drink mint
last
tea.
night. I was drinking mint kombucha last night. Just kind of disgusting, bro. Just nasty shit.
No, all mint. It tastes like toothpaste. It tastes like you brushing your teeth, man.
It's refreshing.
I like hibiscus teas. I like the fruit based teas.
I think
I'm then you fuck it up with that mint shit. You put that mint right on top of it.
That mint in that hibiscus. You got to put some ginger in that lemon, bro.
Oh my god, yeah. See, I'm not a fucking rapper / singer, so I don't gotta take care of the vocal cords the same way. But okay, you got some mint tea with it.
Yeah. So realistically, yeah, it's just like layers after that. I record everything in layers. Like I'll have the verse, or I'll figure out what I want to do before the verse, and then after that, it's just like, okay, what would sound good?
We gonna hum and do all over the track until we figure a rhythm with it.
I don't even write choruses sometimes because I just be like, let me just like if I hum this out with this beat in the background, I'll find a way later to match words.
But I mean, not even that. Like, just to go back to talking about roots, you put a comedian over one of those one time, where it was like there's random sounds and he's making noises with his mouth, and then a comedian is telling whole jokes on top of it, leading into another verse, and that's awesome. I mean, like something will find its way into that space. It seems.
Yeah. That's the thing about it is like the music is shapeless. It's not so much verse, chorus. It's like whatever I feel should come next. It's the reason why so many of my songs are not like 3 minutes and stuff like that. I'd be kind of be pissed. My girlfriend told me she was pissed off. She was like, "Why in the world do your songs not be having like 2 choruses or 2 verses? You need another verse on that."
Hey, because he listened to too much Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder don't believe in chorus structure, man. Don't listen to I Was Made to Love Her. It's got 3 different choruses and none of them repeat.
Right. Yeah,
but I mean, that's what's up, though, man. It's like, you really do mean shapeless when you say that, man. Even to the point of getting complaints. Like, where it's one of those things where it's just super dope to see somebody just kind of making their own type of music. Because I would argue that does take you out of the realm of a single genre.
Yeah, and the tough part about that even is that like you kind of got to create your own energy, and that's been something that I've been trying to figure out lately is how do I make somebody give a fuck about the fact that I'm making something that they might not care about.
Like, how do I get your eyeballs to look at something that you would have never looked at?
Yeah. So, I mean, the way I've been trying to do it now is like, let me just bombard everybody with a bunch of content.
Hey, it's going crazy, and that's what I want to talk about right now. So we're recording this before Valentine's Day when this is going to drop, but I do want to ask you some questions about it. I saw you had...
on Valentine's Day?
No, this is not. But I'm saying it's dropping before Valentine's Day.
I thought she was trying to get me.
Nah, man. He was like, damn, we was going to do it all together. Nah, man, I'm sorry. No, I don't have that turnaround time that quick. That's a little fast for me. But since this is dropping after Valentine's Day, but we're recording beforehand, I want to ask you about this performance because you got some other people with you on there who I was seeing in the teaser video that you posted today. Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, so some other people who also don't believe in shapeless music, you know, or they believe in shapeless music.
So shout out to Zach Vaz, man. He came with like his own guys and stuff like that. But
shout out Zach, man.
Shout out to Zach. Shout out to my little brother Kari, who learned how to play guitar during the pandemic, so he could help me with my shit.
Man.
Hey, bro, I swear to God,
y'all get colder
I've
every
been in love
sentence.
with my people
what
lately,
is this,
man.
Bro?
But shout out to them.
He just learned how to play that. Just so we can get this shit done.
Yeah, so we got this live set out, and he like, all right, cool. This is a good introduction for me to start making my music. I'm like, oh, bet.
Bruh.
But yeah, I that's coming out soon, and it's also a 2-parter. So it's Beaujolais is not gonna be the only song that's coming out on that.
Man,
but,
come on, man. That's so dope. That's so crazy. How'd you come up with this idea to like do this as a performance? Like,
I just wanted this rollout to be great. Realistically, I feel like this last year has been really difficult to as an artist for me, and just like kind of feeling like I really want this to start moving, and I have to start creating my own energy and not just flowing so much into hoping that this works out or hoping somebody finds it and loves it or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a lot of
create the current.
Yeah, like I think me and my cousin DJ just kind of, and my little brother as well, we just kind of had a conversation. Was like, this shit is not gonna happen until we make it happen. So this whole year has just been like, yo, I don't have no money, but every cent that I got right now is finna go to. I want to do a live set. I want this rollout for this project to go out great. I got to connect with artists like Marty Rosen, who made my cover art for Dust to Dust. And like talented people I've just been finding them because I've just been trying to start by leading and saying if I create the energy, people are going to follow. Things are going to happen. People are going to, I feel like if it wasn't for this rollout and everything like that, I wouldn't be on the show right now. So like,
and that's what this episode is probably going to be dropping that same week. Like, this is going to be dropping the first week of March.
Oh,
so, yeah, like this is the first weekend.
The album is out, man. The album is out, and I need y'all listening to track 1 through 14, every single track. I need y'all listen to everything on repeat because I'm trying to get out the struggle. I'm not trying to be struggling no more.
Yeah, this is dropping on the 5th, so it'll be out.
Oh, okay, that's
dropping on March 5th. Okay. So yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Go stream that project right now.
Please,
I will have already listened to it 100 times and reposted it.
Listen to fucking Fruit, listen to Ashes all night. Please, man, tonight in OC.
That's what's up, though, G. All of this is part of the rollout, and I find it even doper, man. I might have to push you up a week just so we can get it with the rollout. Because, I like, shit, man, let's do that. Because I feel like if we push this a week up, that's right with the same week as it.
That'd be great.
And now you, man, because that's what I'm saying, G. I'm so excited for this project as a fan of yours because I've been seeing that push for the content. That's been pushed in front of my face. And I mean, maybe that is the thing where it's like, damn, like maybe it's even influencing who I'm asking to come on the podcast, you know?
Hey, look,
because
man.
I have been seeing you, I've been seeing James, I've been seeing Zach all across my feed. Where it's like when you all were shooting that, I saw so much behind the scenes, and I was like, whatever the hell this is, I can't wait for it.
It's more coming, man. This is gonna be a really, really fun start to my year. But what's great is I got another project that's coming out probably in the spring or something like that. And I don't want to. I hate giving dates, but
I hate giving dates.
I feel like I have so much stuff happening right now, and that everybody's gonna be able to see, like. Everybody around me too. Just like people are working so fucking hard right now.
And that's
really
what I was saying, man. Like the work. That's what makes me excited to see projects. Yeah. When I see that many people actually hustling towards something that they care about, it's like, damn, man, how can you not make it?
Yeah. I mean, you're a person who I look to on that too. Hey, I've been trying to get on this podcast. I'm sitting there like, I don't know what this dude, J-Treb, does. But he does everything, and he just.
I don't know what I do either, man.
What do you call yourself?
I don't know.
You're an artist.
That's type shit. Yeah. But you know I'm an artist, but I don't rap, I don't sing, and I don't paint.
Yeah. I was like, oh, you just.
If that makes sense, you know, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like it's like shapeless. That's the best word, man. That's the whole premise of this whole interview, the shapelessness of it, because I feel like that's truthfully what it is, man. Seeing that hustle, seeing that grind. Now, I got a question I ask every artist who comes on. What do you do to foster and take care of your creativity? Do you got to step away from the music for a while? Do you got to dive into it harder? Do you switch over to just saying fuck a whole project? Like what's the thing you do? Are you a person who just I go blow a blunt and then I don't care about nothing no more? Like what's the vibe?
It's been an evolving thing, but allowing it to happen in the way that it's gonna happen has been really helpful in that. Like just like the fact that I don't ever know when I'm gonna have the motivation to make music or anything like that means that when I do, I push.
You're gonna fuck with it heavy. It's gonna be in that flow state.
And when it stops, let it stop, and then I mean, the way I feel about it is that's part of being shapeless too, is allowing it to do what it's gonna do without, you know, you're a vessel. Your music is gonna happen because it's inside of you, but you're a vessel, and you have to allow that to nourish and grow. If you exhaust all your resources, you're gonna be tired. You're gonna be done. And then you might disappear. Like I feel like that's happened to me so many times where I've drained myself because I stressed myself out. And I just said, this time I'm not setting a date until it's done. When it's done, I'll set a date. When I start doing this, I'll tell people about it. But realistically, I'm just gonna allow it to happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Now, before you get out of here, I do have to ask you, what is up next on the horizon, man? So you do have this project out right now.
Dust to Dust.
Man,
February 22nd.
You said you got something in the spring, man. So, I mean, this question is almost arbitrary. We'll be seeing more visuals. I know you said you're doing this content push.
If you are watching this, you have a perfect opportunity to hit me up to be on some music coming soon, because I just really want to create right now.
Hell yeah, man. Look at that. I'm done. With him. He creating more.
Yeah, I'm done with all my rollout is pretty much complete. It's all in my phone right now, ready to go.
Man, but that's gotta feel so good.
It feels so good, dude.
I know the stress of not having the rollout ready.
Right,
I know the other
side.
Dude. I know the other side.
But honestly, I just want to keep on making music. So if you know, I'm kind of open right now.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, really nice.
Well, G, I cannot wait to see what else you got up next. Everybody needs to be streaming Dust to Dust.
Right now.
What are we leaving them out with on the outro? Because now you here, so you get to pick it. It's not me sending you a DM saying that I really love this song.
I can pick something from the album.
You can pick something from the album, and man, look, you don't even got to give it to me to give it to my editor until you drop.
Man, play that. You want something hard or soft? What's your
It's
vibe?
on you. Actually, you know, I'm not gonna lie. We should leave them out. What's some chill shit? What's some chill shit? I fake want some chill shit.
Play some Silverstein, bro.
Okay, that's something they can snap with their girl too.
Snap with their girl. Snap with their girl. Snap with their girl.
Could you?
Good
just get a little vibe.
What does snap with your girl mean?
Just get a little vibe. You know, little Jill Scott vibe, like a long walk.
Man, play Beaujolais. Let's get out of here, G.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Snapchat, like, bro, if you hear like a long walk by Jill Scott, you don't just you don't want to just sit back with your girl and just snap. Hey, man, look, we giving you Bougie Land, man, and we out of here. You
And
hearing
do the loop,
popping
dude.
up? Man, you gonna get me fucking copyright infringed, bro. Narwhal gonna come on here and he gonna pop out of the door.
Call
You keep
yourself the
fucking
hood
around,
Narwhal.
bro. Hey, man, I'm just trying to be the Chicago hood Narwhal. That's it, man. Hey, look, thank you all for peeping the podcast. Make sure you play this for your mama, your baby mama, your sister, your cousin, and your baby cousin, anybody.
We need it, man.
That's what I'm saying. And now you've been hearing this track so long, you might as well add it to your library and put it in a playlist this week. Not one excuse, man. See you all later. Thank you so much for coming on the pod. Deuce.
I need you to carry on. I need you to carry on. Baby, just like Bergeret, roses on a sunny day. Promise you will run away. You could make me better.